we have our going to gravity throttle racing car ready to be put together. That's all the components for it. We're sitting here at 60.2, which is great because we're going to final finish it to try to get more front to rear percentage balance. What we're looking at here is, first off, let's move our line here, the remains of the plastic base with the grill. This is the spine that replaced it. It's the same 158 die cast I keep talking about, but it also has 2 carbide rods in there. The girls, Gravity Throttle will be happy. I painted fire suits on the girls. The cockpit is made of manila folders and wood glue, what I call industrial paper mache. If you're going to do that, use little paintbrushes. Never use any water. Even if you try to rinse out a paintbrush, you'll mess up your stuff. I may do a video on that later, but quite honestly, it turns to plastic. It's actually pre-stressed plastic because the glue does not suck into the inner fiber of the manila folder. It forms a skin just like the outside of an aircraft wing does that gives it solid strength. The girls are glued in with paint. They'll get some final glue to put them in at the end. We have an axle with a sway bar. The sway bar is a bent piece of piano wire that is looped over. Micromark sells a great pair of pliers that makes bending it a lot easier, but the bend around the axle is literally a little axle, a sacrificial axle clamped in the vise, and the wire bent over it with a pair of pliers to get it. The idea is to hold the wheels out enough that there's still some give when it comes in. The reason being is because, especially in the rear, but even in the front, because I wanted to use this old Chevy body, that all the wheels and tires have got to stay inside. The roll cage is actually glued into the top of it. The original car didn't come with glass. It just had a big black cast thing because you could take it's for the Wild West stuff, so you could take the top stuff on and off. We went, because it was pre-NASCAR outlawing mesh, we figured mesh was reasonable. That's tulle that is used in bridal veils and things like that. It's layered with a layer of paint first, and then literally just glued in with more paint. You can pull it as tight as you want and get any of the effects. All of you apocalyptic guys, you're gonna love this. My decals are actually not decals, obviously, but I'm using a Brother label printer, at least for now. And it's the first paint job I've tried to do, sticker job, paint job, where it tries to make some sort of sense. The original car, the original Chevrolet station wagon with the big motor, would have came with a 345 cubic inch engine. And even if your grandpa bought it with the high output engine, that thing had a 6-pack on it. 3 2-barrels. Interesting bit of trivia I stumbled upon when I kind of was looking into the car, and I just thought it needed stickers to show that. So here we are with all of the basic components. Obviously another axle, some screws, and all of that. And this is final assembly before it goes to gravity throttle racing. I thought you all would enjoy it. And I wanted to show one more thing. I wanted to show that, remove all the screws off the balance here. This is a piece of brass that's just basically formed, lined up with the screw holes and all of that to fit the body. Then I used metal tape to make molds. This stuff, the die cast melts so low temperature that you can actually put it in a pot of boiling water and it would melt. And you could pour it into plastic and it won't destroy the plastic. So that little piece is basically just above the axles, and we're sitting at 27.5 grams. And enough room for a full interior. That's why I like this stuff. You guys have a great evening, and I'll put this thing together and we'll see if we can put together some sort of videos for it.